CNN, brought to you in part by your local cable operators. For your own VHS copy of this special Larry King Live NAFTA debate with Vice President Al Gore and Ross Perot, call 1-800-799-7676. Cost per tape is $19.98 plus $3.95 shipping and handling. Add sales tax where applicable.
We're back with the NAFTA debate on Larry King Live. Back to your phone calls for Vice President Al Gore and Ross Perot. Nanaimo, British Columbia. Hello.
Hi, it's Nanaimo. I'd like to know what Mr. Perot and Mr. Gore have both learned from the previous free trade agreement between Canada and the U.S.
Both learned? Ross?
Well, just by watching it, first thing, thousands of people joined United We Stand America out of Canada. I couldn't figure out why, so I checked. They were mad at NAFTA. Then I watched the election. The Conservative Party had 155 seats and a prime minister. There's a message here for both political parties in the United States. After the dust cleared, they had 2 seats in Parliament, no prime minister.
NAFTA?
Reason, NAFTA. Why? Huge numbers of manufacturing jobs left Canada, came into the United States because of a 15% wage differential. We pay our workers less in Canada. Now, when you've got a 7-to-1 wage differential between the United States and Mexico, you will hear the giant sucking sound. No, there's a political lesson, there's a business lesson.
I'm going to ask you to limit the answers. So
but this is an important question, and it's important to realize that only one of the parties in that election campaigned against the basic NAFTA treaty. That was the socialists. They lost seats. They only got 9 seats out of 258. And now the person who won has been talking with the President Clinton. This has been a good deal for both Canada and the United States. Both have gained jobs, both have gained trade flows, both have become more competitive in the world marketplace as a result.
And there is a tooth fairy and there is an Easter bunny.
Bethesda, Maryland, hello.
Good evening, Larry. I'd like to ask the Vice President specifically to answer in terms of a time limit, how long, how many years, 5, 8, 10 years will it be before we see these new jobs in America that are supposed to be out there?
Job swing, how long?
Well, we are already seeing a great many new jobs. We have seen 400,000 new jobs just in the last 5 years because of Mexico's unilateral decision to lower the barriers to U.S. products. We'll see 200,000 jobs, it is estimated, over the next several years in the wake of NAFTA. No, we think absolutely
unions
not.
Are wrong.
Oh yes, I think they're wrong.
Trade unions are wrong about fearing a dip.
Absolutely. Now, there is always in our economy a churning of the economy.
500,000 jobs.
Net with or without NAFTA, that is the case. But the net change is positive with NAFTA. Now, there are all kinds of estimates. Virtually all of them show job gains, as I said before. Some of them show very large job gains. But the importance of NAFTA goes beyond that because, again, it gives us the ability to open up markets in the rest of the world because other countries, let me give you a specific example to illustrate this. Computers in the United States. We sell into Mexico. They have a 20% tariff on our computers. After NAFTA, they will have a 0% tariff on our computers, but the 20% will still apply to Asia and to Europe. So with the transportation advantage and a 20% price advantage, who are they going to buy their computers from? They're going to buy lots of them from us. Now that gives us an advantage, and when you sell more products, you make more products. When you make more products, you hire more people.
Quickly, if you believe that, I got a lot of stuff in the attic I can sell you. Second, if this is all true, why is corporate America downsizing? If this is all true, why do we have the largest number of college graduates this year unable to find jobs since at any time in the 40s? If this is all true, why is it that everywhere I go in a hotel, I've got a college graduate coming up to the room, bringing food, carrying bags, so on and so forth, waiting till they get their job? If this is all true, why isn't our economy booming? See, it just doesn't fit, folks. Just go look
I'd like
at
to answer,
reality.
I'd like to answer the question if I could. No, because while we have a $5.6 billion trade surplus with Mexico, we have a $49 billion deficit with Japan, a $19 billion deficit with China, a $9 billion deficit with Taiwan. Those are trade problems. Mexico is a trade opportunity. If we use the opportunity to pry open the markets in the rest of the world, we'll change this. All of the problems that he talks about, that's what we want to change. We don't accept the status quo. We want to fight for working men and women, and NAFTA is part of it.
Zagreb, Croatia. Hello.
Good evening. My question is this, Mr. Perot. You obviously have many, many criticisms about the NAFTA agreement. Can you give us specific answers as to an alternative to it? If you don't like it, tell us what really we should be doing.
Can you overview a treaty you would sign?
Yes, I will do it again. First, you've got to have a clear understanding with Mexico that we can only do business with a country that gives its people a decent standard of living and respects human rights. Because we are all humans, every human life is precious.
That would be the first part of it.
Every human life is precious. If you don't treat your workers fairly, and if you don't treat your people fairly, history teaches us that that produces stress that will take maybe a century to cure. It's in Mexico's interest to do that. Then their workers will come up the economic scale. We'll put in a social tariff that drops as they bring their workers' pay and benefits up. If we pass NAFTA and we pass health care, and your competitor goes to Mexico, you will either have to go to Mexico or go out of business. I can give you a whole list of things like that.
So you would have a tariff that's swings?
The way we're set now. No, it's a social tariff. As they bring their people up, we drop the tariff. When it's head-to-head competition, their people have equal pay and benefits to ours.
What's wrong with that?
There is no tariff, and we're brains and wits, and off we go. That's good for Mexico, and it protects our people.
Why is that bad?
Well, it kind of goes back to the Smoot-Hawley idea, seriously. For this reason. The idea that we can isolate ourselves from the rest of the world and only do business with perfect countries that do everything the way we want them to do is pretty unrealistic. His proposal, as I understand it, is to raise tariffs and call it a social tariff and use that to keep products out from any country that doesn't meet our standards in all things.
Mexico.
Now, let me finish, please. Now, you take that kind of approach to Mexico and you defeat NAFTA, you've lost the partnership we've been building with Mexico for a generation and more. But beyond that, here's the central point. We have to realize that we unilaterally cannot change the entire world. We can't force every country in the world that we want to trade with to meet our standards in everything that we would like to see them meet. Now, the fundamental, the guts of this whole thing is, the reason why some people listen to what he's saying is that they think if a country has wages lower than we have, then it's fundamentally unfair to trade with them, even when it's totally even in all other respects. If that were the case, if low wages were the determinant of where you locate businesses, then Haiti would be an economic powerhouse. Bangladesh would be a powerhouse. We have problems, trade problems, with countries that have wages higher than we have, like Germany. And they have fewer barriers than we do and higher wages because, Larry, the secret is productivity. Our working men and women are the most productive of any nation on the face of the earth. You give us the opportunity to sell our products unimpeded without these trade barriers that we've been having to deal with into these other countries, we'll knock the socks off the workers of any other country in this world.
Why doesn't that make sense to you?
Well, it wouldn't make sense to most people over 6 years old. Now, and if I have to explain it to the audience, they'd probably, I don't think I will. Bangladesh and Haiti, they all got that one. I won't waste your time on that one. You understand that?
No, they have the lowest wages.
That's not the point. Everybody out there understands why Bangladesh and Haiti are not like Mexico, so I won't waste my time.
But tell me, I mean, humor me if you would.
No, I won't. I don't think I can. Now, next thing. It's pretty simple stuff. We've been out-traded by everybody. All we've got to do is explain very nicely to Mexico that they out-traded us on this deal. We've got to make a fair deal with them. They'll huff and puff for a few days. They'll be back. We'll make a good deal for a very simple reason. They need us. We don't need them. Now then, we go to Japan. Send a horse trader over to Japan. Send somebody that knows how to negotiate and just